Hello again, my name is John Whitehead, and welcome to this week's video blog post. As an executive and leadership coach, I work with a number of different organizations. I've worked with organizations in the sports industry. I've worked with professional sports industry. I've worked with people in organizations in the lumber industry, in mining, electrical transmission, in gaming, in education. And one of the key things that we talk about is how they engage, how they communicate with their employees, their direct reports. And if you've followed me for a while, you know one of my focuses is really on understanding ourselves and how we communicate. How do we communicate with other people? And I use a model called Social Styles by Tracom, which identifies that we are probably most likely one of four basic styles in the way we communicate and behave. And that based on that, that informs how we do a lot of other things, how we are organized, how we plan, how we do things, not just in how we communicate. And I find it very, very interesting that when I talk about that with clients, some of them don't feel or recognize or understand that they're in a particular style, that they behave in a certain way. I've started to use the analogy of recording yourself, just like this. I'm recording myself on video. And when I play it back, hearing my own voice and going, really? That's how I sound? Because that's not how I hear myself talking. But that's how I actually sound. I often think, wow, I don't really have one of those radio voices, do I, for videos to capture people's attention. I wish I had that deeper voice that radio announcers have. And I suppose if I took some training, I may be able to do that. But that's not who I am. Knowing who I am, knowing my own strengths, my own challenges, is a starting point. And so when we're talking about how we work with other staff, knowing that, or other people, knowing that's a great place to start from, but then recognizing where other people are and where other people are coming from too. So how does that fit with the theme over the last several weeks with sharing an inspired vision from the work of Kouzes and Posner's Leadership Challenge? Well, this week it says, shows others, again, we're talking about how frequently a person does this, shows others how their long-term interests can be realized by enlisting in a common vision. Shows others how their long-term interests can be realized by enlisting in a common vision. Getting people to come along with you, right? Getting people to buy into your vision of where you're taking your organization, of where you want to go, your department, your group, your company, whatever it is. And if I don't understand, first of all, my own style, my own tendencies, how am I going to be able to then bring other people along if I don't understand their styles, their tendencies? I need to appeal to that. I need to appeal to their own visions, their own wants, their own needs. I have to know that. I need to know that to help bring them along so we can connect. So, how showing others how their long-term interests can be realized by enlisting in common vision? What can we do as a community to make this happen? What do we need to do as a group to make this happen? Enlisting them in it. How do we enlist them? We enlist them by asking them. I talked last week about having meetings, team meetings, talking about your vision. Do you enlist them in what they think of that? Getting their input, their ideas, their thoughts. Making it a collaborative effort to move forward. Talking about, we talk about values as well, right? Those shared values. Those shared things that we're trying to do together. We talked about values in the previous weeks. How do we bring that together? Having those talks about it. Whenever we bump into people, asking them how they're doing, remembering who they are, asking how whatever hobby it is they're involved in, so that you engage them. And when you're engaging them, you can now bring them along with what you're engaged in as well. It doesn't happen overnight, right? Like tomorrow, you're not going to start this conversation with somebody and immediately they're going to glam onto you and your thinking, your ideas, your vision. It takes time. And it's being consistent with that messaging. You know, I'm a member of the local board of trade, and when I started going, if I just showed up like once, who would remember me, who would know me? But if I'm consistent in showing up, and I can start conversations with people, and I meet them the next month, and I have another conversation with them, I meet with them again, and we have another, you know, we get to know one another. That's how we build those relationships. They get to know who I am as an individual. They get to know my values. They get to know the vision of what I'm trying to do with my organization. So I am sharing that. And then it gets to the point where we can find those commonalities, and then we can share those together. That's what it's about. That's what moving forward together is all about. So if you're a leader in an organization, you won't get anywhere unless those people that you're leading are following you. They need to know what your values are. They need to know what your vision is for the organization, so that you can bring them along with you. So last week I said, are you talking about your vision with your direct reports, with those around you, when you have one-on-ones, when you have meetings? How did that go? Keep doing it. You have to be consistent. You can't just do it once and say, oh, I've done it. Everyone should know what we're all about. No. In all your communications, if you have an internal newsletter, internal communications, make it part of that. Post it somewhere. Let people see it. Make sure you are modeling it as well. So, in the comment section, let me know what you do. Let me know what you think. What's resonating with you? How's this landing for you? What are you doing in your organization to make this happen? Thanks again for watching this week, and we hope to see you again next week. Take care.